بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب زدني علما.
So the first thing here we'll try to see what will be the general virtual lab setup we need to have for practicing the lab. So the first main part will be focusing on the virtual labs. Now, what is virtual labs? Now, virtual labs are nothing but whenever you want to practice the routing, whether you're connecting the router or whether you're connecting a switch or maybe you're connecting a firewall, any network device. It can be anything, any vendor. It can be a Cisco or it can be a Juniper, or if you're working with any HP devices or any data center devices. So in order to expertise, so the main reason of learning is you definitely want to expertise. So in order to expertise, implementing the labs are very important, because if you are just listening to the theory and you're not at all practicing, and you go to the production network where you need to know the concepts, at the same time you need to have a proper lab implementations. That is something also important. Now, especially at the beginner level, especially at the learning phase, it's not possible for you to just go and practice on a real rack or the real networks. So so we do have an options where you can simulate the labs with the help of some tools. Like if you have already done the at the CCNA level, generally the Cisco Packet Tracer is one of the good option where you can download and install the Cisco CCNA Packet Tracer, which is a very good option in order to start the labs. But again, as you move to the advanced level, whether you are moving on to the CCNP or whether you are moving into the firewalls or whether you are moving on to CCIE, so if you're planning for more advanced learning, then the packet tracer is a good option for at the CCNA level and to some extent on the switching side. Switching side, you can also do some CCNP level switching labs, but again, there are some limitations, because at the end, this software is more about software which is trying to simulate the real routers or the real switches with some limitations. But when you go to the advanced, you need to have the advanced version, and that's where there are multiple different options we have. Now there are two three options you generally have depending upon what you want to use. The one of the common option, there is something called GNS3. There is GNS3, we'll talk about this. And the other option, the latest entry, like GNS3 has been there for more than like 20 years or more. And again, you have the EVNG, which is similar to the GNS3, simulating the router switches. And also, Cisco have its own platform like Cisco CML. Now they changed to CML. Initially, it was a virtual internet routing lab. So CML, that is another option, which is going to be more kind of a paid version. Okay, so we'll see the differences as we move on. So if you're going with a free version, then probably the GNS3, to some extent, the EVNG also offers you. Okay. Now, what you can do, we can simulate the devices using this tool. So if you just try to look into the options, what we can simulate, there are many things. So if you just go and say like, so if you just look out for what are the options I can simulate, the list of equipments you can find either on the GNS3 or the EVNG. You can also find some information. There are plenty of images. There's a big list of networking devices. So the main focus here will be on the routers and the switches, but there's a big list. I think this is just a blog. So you will see a lot of options. Anyway, I'll try to list out the options anyway. So which means especially in the CCNP, if you're going with the CCNP Enterprise or CCIE Enterprise, the main devices you need to simulate is routers, switches. These are the two main devices which you'll connect, especially the routing, the routers, where you connect the routers and try to implement. And likewise, if you're going with the security concepts, you need to implement some firewalls, whether it is a Cisco firewall, Cisco ASA firewall, or Cisco FTD firewalls, or the Palo Alto firewall or FortiGate firewalls. Even there's a big list. I cannot even name that particular list, but there's a big list of devices what we can simulate. Now here you can see I have just listed some of the important devices. So here you can see the list. In terms of routing and switching, you can simulate different routers and the switches devices. It's just a small list. When it comes to the firewalls, if you are working on a service product technologies, then there are some special devices like Cisco IWIS, XRV, or if you're implementing some SD-WAN solutions, you can use different SD-WANs devices, some controllers, load balancers, some automation tools. Even if you're practicing some cyber security, you can simulate the devices. So there's a big list. The list will go on. The only thing you need to just keep in mind now, basically, to run any of these tools, you need to have the images. So what these tools will do is these tools will allow you to run the images, the real images, what are used inside the device. The same real images will be used in order to simulate that particular device. Like let's say I want to use a Cisco router, so I need to have the image which is exactly used inside the router. So we are going to integrate that particular image, and we are going to simulate the exact that particular device. So in terms of limitations, there will be to some extent there will be some limitations, but mostly around 80 to 90% of the things will work. But it's not like everything you can simulate, but majority of the devices can be simulated. Okay. So if you are getting into CCNP level, now you need to make sure that you have these tools, which is really important to have. And here again in the sessions, we'll try to see how to do this setup and other things. And of course, you need to have the minimum configurations also required to run these labs. So in terms of the minimum configuration, it depends on what labs you are exactly implementing. If you're practicing at the CCNP level, where your job is just to run some routing, switching, and maybe some one or two firewalls. Again, which firewall depends. So you can run this with a 16 GB RAM with any i5 processor. That's something minimum you can run. But again, if you're going with advanced firewalls or some advanced devices, or if you're going at the CCI level, then SD-WAN, many things, then you need to have at least 32 GB RAM with i5 or i7 processor. Anything more than that is something recommended. And that's the reason, or most likely, if you can possible, probably some kind of refurbished servers. There is one kind of setup you can plan if you are planning for a long time learning. Then probably you may also need to invest on some server, kind of a refurbished server, which can cost you roughly within less than $800 to $100, $1,000, so something around that. Something recommended, because again, as I said, as you move on, there will be a lot of resources required. So the normal laptops or the normal computers will not be enough to handle these requirements. So here our scenario, as we move on, we'll try to see these options. So we'll start one by one and we'll try to see. The mainly here at the CCNP enterprise level, if I'm covering up, the main focus will be on how we can simulate the routers and the switches. Again, if you're going with any other specific course, depending upon the course, what you exactly select, you can simulate the devices. So the basic foundation remains the same, like the installation process or setting up the images. It all remains the similar in all the different devices. It won't change. It won't change much. Just the images will change, and the locations where you place those images, that is going to again make a difference. There will be a difference on that as well.